Back again, chosen ones. Back again. Have a seat, relax, get some tea, get your notepad, get a pen. You know what I'm saying? We're about to go in right now. I'm about to tell you what's going on with your awakening. I'm about to tell you the truth about your awakening. And yes, I'm about to be in the hot tub the whole time, relaxing. Because why? Well, first and foremost, understand that you have to be calm in order to manifest. You have to be calm, still, and present in order to fully receive your blessings and tap into the divine, okay? Comment below, I'm tapped into the divine. And make sure you watch this video all the way to the end because like I said, I'm about to tell you the truth about your awakening, okay? Make sure you like this video, like the video right now. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. Join the tribe. If you've been tuned in and you already know the vibe. Let's get straight into it. See, I talk to a lot of people every single day, hundreds and thousands of people. And there's one thing that comes up again and again and again. You want to know what that is? It's, oh my God, I feel like I can trust you. And I understand because as you start to awaken, it's hard to trust people. You realize the people who you used to be able to depend on, the people who you used to be able to call on, the people who you used to rely on, you can't really trust on them no more. You can't really count on them. They're not dependable. They're not around. They're not picking up the text. They're not picking up the call. They're showing up late. They're flaky. They're wishy-washy. And so what happens is you essentially and inevitably become isolated. You start doing things by yourself, going places by yourself, and just handling your business and your life by yourself and going on your path by yourself. And yeah, people come and go, you know what I'm saying? But you realize you're oftentimes better alone because people don't have your best interest in mind. As a chosen one, they already know you're somebody special. They know you're special. They know you're gifted. They know you have the aura. They know you have the blessing. They know you have the anointment and the answers. And so you know what I'm talking about. People come around you, they ask you questions. They're real inquisitive. They act real friendly. You know what I'm saying? But next thing you know, they're going ghost. You know what I'm saying? They're contradicting themselves. They're acting hypocritical. You know what I'm saying? They're turning their back on you. You know what I'm saying? It could be a loved one. It could be a relationship. You could have invested a whole lot of time, a whole bunch of money into this person. Gave them the shirt off your back. You know what I'm saying? Let them sleep on your couch. Gave them food out your fridge. You know what I'm saying? Gave them money. Gave them support. Gave them your time. Gave them your affection. Unconditionally forgave them. Gave them multiple chances. And then eventually you realize, yo, I can't do this shit no more. We can't do this anymore. You got to cut the energy tie. You got to cut the cord right there. And so that's a big thing that happens on your initial awakening. But see, it goes deeper. Pause. It goes deeper, chosen ones. Why? Because you don't just have one awakening. That's the truth about your awakening. You don't just have one awakening. And so I get onto client calls a lot of times and breakthrough sessions a lot of times, and people are so excited about their awakening, as they should be, because it's very exciting. All of this new information, all these downloads, right? You've been channeling, you've been seeing all these confirmations, everything is falling into alignment. I get it. It's exciting, right? But the problem is it doesn't stop there, chosen one. Like, you're going to have multiple awakenings throughout your journey on the chosen path. Even myself, to this day, I still have multiple awakenings all the time, right? Because why? You start to make new connections, deeper connections, right? More intricate connections, right? You start to really implement the things you're learning into your reality, and the experience that you gain from that allows for you to expand and build and compound on concepts and constructs, you see? And so it's a continual evolution. It's not just, oh, I'm awake, I'm awoke, I'm woke, oh, I'm woke. Bro, that's not how this shit works. Everybody want to talk about, oh, I'm so woke, oh, I'm so woke. If you were so woke, then wouldn't you have the life that you want? Wouldn't you already have the dream life? Wouldn't you already know all the answers to the truth? Thing is, no one knows all the answers. No one has it all figured out. And that's just a misconception, a huge misunderstanding that a lot of people who watch and listen and come across the chosen ones think. They think that the chosen ones act like they know it all, think they know it all. Nobody knows it all at all. That doesn't even make sense. right? It's really just ignorance. See, the chosen ones are truth seekers. And so what's happening on your awakening is you're discovering more and more about the truth. You're getting closer and closer to the truth about life, the truth about your source, connection, the truth about your ancestors, the truth about you, just the truth about everything, right? And so as you navigate down the path and you start to realize new truths and come to new truths and develop new truths and things start to make sense and you start to have epiphanies and synchronicities and just sequences and cooperative incidents start to occur, you realize, holy shit, like this is just never ending, right? You realize it's like continual game. It's almost like a simulation. Like, okay, yeah, had a good day. Holy shit, that was actually magical. Fall asleep, go to a different dimension, dreaming, wake up. You blend the two. What's going to start to happen as you're awakening here, right? You're going to start to fuse your dreams and your reality, meaning like the things you visualize, the day-to-day, like imagination that you have, the dream, all the things you want, right? Everything that you pictured in your visualization, your created desired reality in your mind, like that, whatever that is that you picture, as you start to manifest and to raise your frequency, your vibration, and act as if and start to do this type of work, the dreams that you have, the vision that you have, and the actual reality in this 3D world that you live start to blend. They start to fuse. It becomes a hybrid where there's really no more of a gap. It's almost as if they start to blend and become one. I mean, do you see the life that I live? A lot of people think, oh, Henry Aaron must be so lucky. He must be so blessed. He's got a hot tub. He got this big jacuzzi. He got this junior Olympic pool. He's in Southern California. He goes to Hollywood. He's got palm trees. He's got all these followers. He gets all this attention. Like, bro, this did not come easily, and this did not come overnight, twin, sis, whoever you are watching it. Understand, this came from intention. This came from the vision that I held within, the vision that God gave me. I always had a vision. I always had a standard that I set from within. But I didn't come from luxury. I didn't come from nice stuff. I didn't come from money. I didn't come from wealth. I didn't come from a rich background. I had to co-create this entire reality into existence through visualization, right? Through the acquisition of the proper information and the implementation. If this is something that makes sense to you, you need to hit the link in my description and apply for a Chosen One Breakthrough session or straight apply for the mentorship. Either way, I would love to help you out if you're a good fit. If you're like ready, maybe you've been watching my videos, you've been watching my Instagram, and you're like, yo, let's just get straight to it. Book the breakthrough session and go straight to the call. If you're really like new to this, maybe you're watching me for the first time, if you're sort of just like, I don't know, like, what do you do? How's it work? Go through the funnel. Okay, apply, go through the application. So you can either apply or book a straight up phone, like whatever you want to do. But needless to say, I was just like you at one point in time. I was just like you, having moments of just pure breakthrough, right? Divine synchronization, like, oh my God, things are working out exactly how I visualized. And it's like eureka, right? It's like euphoric, right? It feels so good, it's exciting. But the thing is, you don't ever want to stop. You have to realize there's new levels. There's always new levels, there's always new dimensions, there's always more that you can become and expand upon. Ideas, personal development. And so my message to you in the video is really understanding that the truth about your awakening is that it's not just a one-time thing. It's not just a one-time thing, like, oh, boom, I'm woke, and now all of a sudden no, it's not how it goes, right? As you work this type of information through your new reality, your consciousness, right? You're shifting timelines, you're shifting realities, you're quantum leaping, right? Your life and your reality, and everything that you start to think about starts to match the things that you visualize. But see, what happens there is you start to get new ideas, new concepts, and you get introduced to ties, circumstances, events, and scenarios that you actually never visualized. You actually never even thought about them. See, understand that God has a plan for you that's so divine and so detailed and grand law that you really don't even understand how exciting it can get. But it's actually quite trippy, right? As a chosen one, because you probably experienced something that you visualized, and then it happened, and then when it happened, you weren't even fazed, right? You weren't even surprised. You weren't even like happy about it. You were kind of just like, okay, like, yeah, why? Because that's the new normal, right? And so on your chosen path, as you start to awaken, the things you visualize, the things you used to dream about, maybe it's a certain amount of money per month, a certain amount of clients per month, maybe it's, a certain amount of likes or views, or maybe it's, just a certain lifestyle or a routine, or just certain mood that you're able to have all the time. Like whatever it is, by deliberation and co-creation. Like once you're able to do that more and more, you start to realize you're in control. Right? You start to realize that you can do anything you want to do. It's all right here. Right? And you start to realize, man, the sky looks so beautiful right now. I wish you could see the sky. You start to realize that, damn, this is everything I ever dreamed of. Right? And then you start to have this moment of like, holy shit, now what? Like, now what? Right? You kind of got to get back to the drawing board. You have to come up with a new vision. You have to keep on the etch a sketch, right? You got to come up with a new vision, a new dream, get more detailed, fabric, smells, textures, sights, sounds. Like get really specific with your life because it can never be done. It's not done. Get more saturated with the idea. Get more saturated with the sensation. Right? More detail. What colors? You know, what is the vibration? You know, what is the like what are the elements? Just there's just so much more to it, right? And so the point of here is understanding that at some point in time, you're going to realize, like, damn, everything that I used to visualize is coming to fruition. And you're going to think, like, damn, is this it? Like, have I peaked? Have I reached this? Is it like, what else? The answer to this is understanding that everything you've been through, everything that you've studied, everything that you've read, everything that's coming to your existence subliminally, every TikTok, every thread, every Instagram post, every conversation, every person, it's all led you up to this point. Every thought you've had, every bad relationship you've had, every time you've lost money, everything you've been through, good and bad, the glam and the scam, everything you've been through has led you to this point. And if you're watching this video up to this point, then there's a good chance that you are right where you're supposed to be, which is realizing that there is a next level, right? And so what does the next level look like for you? If you don't know, if you don't have that clarity, this is exactly what I help people, entrepreneurs, 6 to 7 figure entrepreneurs develop, right? Because once they reach a certain level, they're almost like, damn, now what? What do I do? How do I maintain this frequency? How do I magnify it and get more out of it, right? Like, you start to realize you can multiply. You can, right? You can, what's the word I want to use? You can exponentially grow and change. So what does that mean? It means that, okay, you can reach a certain level, but there's always somebody above it. There's always another level, right? Like I said. So never play yourself into thinking, oh, well, I've reached the top. No, you never reach the top. Straight like that. You don't ever. And I'm not even talking on some 33-degree Mason type shit or any type of like enlightenment. I'm not talking about anything like that. I'm talking about the infinite, the intelligence. You never, there's no way you can know it all. And so the thing I want you to really understand is that get your ego out of the way, because if you have too much of an ego, you're going to stunt your growth. You're going to think, okay, I guess I know it all. You're going to start to turn down information that's applicable. You're going to start to think you know everything when you don't. You're going to start to act before you should. And you're going to start to come up with conclusions that you should have more information on rather than just coming to conclusions so quickly. Anyway, if this video helps you, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. As I said, chosen ones, that's the truth about your awakening. There's obviously way more to it, but if you want to get closer to me, if you want to work with me one-on-one, like I said, link in the description. And as always, stay happy, healthy, wealthy, blessed, focused on success. And you see me dropping in the video, you already know what to do. Peace.